degrees at kickoff. Some people call it football weather, and we're underway. And a fair catch called at the 13-yard line. Will it be 1st and 10 for the Cornhuskers and quarterback Chubba Purdy. 1st down and 10 from the 25. Hubbard's going to hand it off to Anthony Grant. And Grant will get close to 4 yards on the play. Johnson today. And Irvin as well. Little receiver screen to the edge. That's their big-time playmaker, Trey Palmer. The transfer from LSU. No gain on that play. Michigan, one of the best defenses in the country, 9th overall on 3rd down, but they give up a shot down to the 40. That was Marcus Washington, the 2nd leading receiver on this Cornhusker squad. 1st down from the 41. Purdy gets it out quickly to Palmer. Made 1 tackler miss, gained about 3 on the play. Robert, you did a great job making it up that fast, man. See, you're still young. You can do that.
That track speed comes in handy.
On the handoff, Anthony Grant over the right side. Picks up about 3 on the play. 3rd and 4. Nebraska going to be very methodical here in their approach on offense. Little movement on the right side of the offensive line. Vokalek will tight end.
False start. Offense, number 83. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
There is no quarterback controversy. J.J. McCarthy is the guy. He proved that as soon as he stepped on the field. But right here, when you talk about Nebraska, 3rd and 9, these are situations that they don't want to be in, but look for them to target their number 1 receiver, Trey Palmer.
Number 3. Purdy going to try and do it himself. And brought down by Junior Colson.
All the frustration, you can see it right there. Sometimes it beats like that when you're up in that Ann Arbor trap.
Different quarterback this week. Casey Thompson not playing for the Cornhuskers. Fair catch called at the 13-yard line.
He's got 71% completions this year, 6 of the FBS. They want to see him push the football down the field more. Last week he tried. The receivers and him just weren't on the same page. Let's see if they can be on it today.
About them deep shots for the Wolverines offensively. Going to throw it on 1st down underneath, complete. His forward progress will be marked at about the 23. That's Blake Corum. Corum, meanwhile, he's having a pretty good year, folks. Most rushing touchdowns, most total touchdowns, and most total points in college football this year. Outside of that, he could do a little more.
Yeah, you know, just leads the FBS in scoring coming into the weekend. And his offensive coordinator, Matt Weiss, said last year he was a good player, but this year he is a great player. Went into the weight room, put on a little bit extra weight so he could be a runner, a catcher, and a blocker, and the results have shown.
Between the tackles to Corum, straight ahead, the pile moving auspiciously in the Wolverines' favor.
He is the front runner for runs like that, but you're going to see him do some more special stuff today. I know Nebraska doesn't want that, though.
1st and 10. Corum trying the right side of that offensive line, running over Carson Barnhart. Talk about diversifying bonds. Sounds like an investment planner there. Little play fake. Downfield wide open and caught at the 45. That's Ronnie Bell down to the 40. 1st down and 10 from the 39. Handed off over the left side. That's Donovan Edwards coming into the ball game, averaging over 65 yards per carry. Picks up 4.
A good play there by the defense, but it's a 4-yard gain. They're just eating yards, staying in positive situations, and that's what they like to do throughout the course of the game.
3-receiver formation. McCarthy going to pass. Incomplete at the 8. No flag on the play intended for Bell. Good coverage that time by Quentin Newsom.
Oh, beyond balance. I mean, they have the same amount of 20-plus yard plays in the run game as they do in the pass game. And Ronnie Bell even, you know, we'll talk about how he's been unselfish this year as well a little bit later.
Corum, and he's not going to have enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th and a long 2 to go. He picked up 4 on the play.
I would love to see them utilize J.J. McCarthy's legs here, though. That might catch Nebraska's defense off guard.
That's the extra dimension he provides at quarterback. Hands it off to Corum. Picks up the first down with a little room to spare. Got a trips right formation. Corum in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. It's Edwards, pardon me. Edwards with a nice gain, about a yard short. Tell you what, they've got a great 1-2 punch combo platter in the backfield. Edwards picked up 9.
These two guys together are a load to deal with for any defense.
Johnson split to the bottom of your screen. Bell to the top. Handed off to Corum. Makes it down to about the 12-yard line. Reimer making the tackle for Nebraska. They eat up clock as well. Tell you about that in just a bit. Out of the shotgun, Corum takes the handoff. Good defense by Nebraska this time. That front line impregnable on that play. Tanner with the tackle, talking about the length of their drives in plays and time. Into the end zone, a flag thrown intended for Roman Wilson. Being covered by Gifford. We'll see what this flag is about. It was thrown right near the goal line.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic. First down.
Professional decision. From the 2, it's first and goal. Corum, the lone back for the Wolverines. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Corum, touchdown Wolverines.
It works out that way. Blake Corum is the Heisman Trophy frontrunner. Bijan Robinson is the better overall back.
There you go. Tommy Hill on the return, upended at the 23. There's a flag down.
During the return, holding, return team number 5. It'll be 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
For the Husker Nation.
That was some elite headgear just on,
yes.
On the camera right there.
4:20 to go. First quarter. Second time they've been on the field. This is Anthony Grant. Purdy given time. And incomplete, almost intercepted by Moten.
And they need that early momentum to stay in this game.
4th and 5. And the punt. Henning loses it at the 30. Not part of the plan. Takes it out to the 34. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Under 3 minutes to go, and Corum again picks up about 5 on the play. And we were told by the strength staff and the coaches that he's amongst the strongest players on the squad at 5'8". Sacked this time by Nelson on McCarthy. Going to lose about 4 yards on the play. 3rd and long. McCarthy underneath. Incomplete for Bell. And hey, the Huskers defense gets them off the field. Good pressure by Reimer. Back deep, that's Oliver Martin. Brad Robbins going to punt. Boy, they came after him with some smoke, but missed blocking it. And there's going to be a flag down as a result as the ball dribbles all the way down to the 25. The officials back there discussing it.
You can see it come right through the middle and just mistimes that block right there.
Running in the kicker, defense. Penalties to decline. First down.
Nebraska back on the field with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 24.
You know, Mark, to go back to that previous play, Nebraska watches the tape too, and they saw that Michigan had a block punt for a touchdown last week. So they knew if they came after him, there's a chance they could get it. They just missed it on that one.
Yeah, got him early in the first half against Rutgers at Rutgers last week. Scarlet Knights blocking.
Gabe Irvin was the ball carrier.
That's Gabe Irvin Jr. Roykercher in motion. Purdy. High and incomplete, intended for Palmer. On the slant, complete. Onto the 33-yard line. Roykercher picked up 6.
You can't fake the funk with this guy. You got to stop the run. Otherwise, they will slowly beat you down throughout the game. As you see here, Nebraska is going to punt it away to Michigan.
Buschini with the punt. Henning watches it bounce at the 33, fields it at the 27.
A lot of quarterback issues right now between Taylor Heineke and Carson Wentz. If he comes back healthy, we'll see what they can do.
Nice run by Corum. Lacerating that defensive front all the way to the 40. McCarthy. Downfield. Close coverage. No flag. Stride for stride with Anthony was Buford. Marquise Buford. Gotta like that they took the shot on first down. 2nd and 10 coming up. McCarthy that way again. Incomplete at the 25. Through the hands of Cornelius Johnson. Hartzog there in defense, and Robert, that time he got in behind him and the ball appeared to be right there. Let's take another look.
Yeah, the ball was right there, and it looked like the receiver just misjudged it just a little bit. If we could see him running down the field, it almost was as if the ball kind of shocked him a little bit, but he did lay out for it. So great effort by Cornelius Johnson. Right there, I love the aggression by Matt Weiss and also Sharon Moore, the co-offensive coordinators. But you go shot after shot, now you're sitting here in a 3rd and 10, which is where they do not want to be.
Corum in the backfield, they're going to pass. McCarthy underneath. Incomplete at the 43, in and out of the hands of the usually trusty Ronnie Bell. Number 3 team in the country in the college football playoff. Line drive punt, fair catch called at the 20 by Oliver Martin. It'll be 1st and 10 from there after the 41-yard punt.
There, when he was the head coach at Langston, I asked him about that. He said, when I was there, I had to do everything from equipment to planning, and that helped me be ready for this moment as a head coach at Nebraska.
That pass incomplete.
These players didn't pick me, and I didn't pick them, but we're going to go through this together and try to finish the season strong and make the Cornhusker Nation proud.
Penalty on the play. Love it that he counts Jerry Sullivan as a mentor.
Ball start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
He's taking away the black shirts. He meets with Coach Osborne, and he's listened to these players.
And great to get their input sometimes and still be the decision maker. Of course, Junior Colson making the tackle for Michigan. 3rd and 15.
Now, if you're Nebraska here, you just want to make sure you don't lose the game here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick. You just got a man zone read there by bringing the running back into the backfield. Don't do anything stupid.
Purdy going to take off and makes it out to the 27.
Nebraska volleyball and football, they have 688 consecutive sellouts. Okay, that lets you know how passionate this fan base is. Mickey Joseph is trying to get this job, and the other guys around the country, whether it's Deion Sanders, Matt Rule, Lance Leipold over at Kansas, they're all coming to a blue blood program that is just ripe and ready to be successful again. Right. That they had early in the game, and what they've done really the majority of this season. One concern for both offensive coordinators Sharon Moore and Matt Weiss was that if they start pushing the ball down the field more, JJ's completion percentage is going to go down and they'll be off the field.
They handed off to Corum out to the 40-yard line.
They got to get back to running the football and play action to throw.
They hand it off to Corum, and he picks up the 1st down with a nice 7-yard run. Reimer.
So Schoonmaker had stepped up big time, but now with him out, you see number 18 there, Colston Loveland. It's a lot more on his plate.
Corum running over that right side and brought down on Nebraska's side of midfield by Hartzog. 2nd down and 5. Play fake. Down the seam, complete to the tight end. Loveland, and down to the 20. It'll be a first down for the Wolverines. First and 10. Corum one-on-one on the edge. And he told the DB Hartzog, you better talk to the end because my feet aren't listening right now. First down and goal. McCarthy pulls it out wide open. Room service Wolverines. Touchdown Bell.
When you need a play, go Ronnie Bell's way.
Second touchdown catch of the season for him, the 7th of his career. And the Wolverines up 14-0.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
14-0 as a result. That drive, 6 plays, 66 yards, using up 3:24 on the clock. You are so on it, man. That's my partner. It was amongst them. Bro.
I got young kids, so yeah. I watch Minions a bunch.
Yeah, I'm an empty nester, so we meet in the middle. First and 10. Purdy going to take off. Has enough for the first down. And all the way out to the 38-yard line. Been a long time between our visits here. We were here week 1 against Colorado State. Wolverines were still figuring out who their best pass rusher might be this year. They get a little pressure on Purdy to force the incompletion.
Mid to upper 30s. These are hardy souls. It's only 34 right now. They were tailgating. They had some illegal fires out in the parking lots. It smelled like football. And now it feels like winter.
I don't know about that feels like football stuff. I could have football in 70 degrees too, Robert. I'm from Florida, from Miami. Second and 10. Pass complete out of the backfield. Palmer.
Trevor Purdy can't be afraid to use his legs. It's actually hurt this Michigan defense thus far in the game. If he can get out there in the open field and make something happen, he's got to do it.
On 3rd and 6. Underneath, wide open underneath. It's complete to Brown. Tried to leap the defender. The elevator went a little bit too high that time.
That did not look like it felt good. Mike Sainristil put a helmet right between his. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But holy cow!
Hey, you talk about getting a boost. I mean, he bounced right back up. Trevor Purdy, the quarterback. They run the throwback and underneath. Vokalek incomplete, and we have a flag down on the field as well.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, 91, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Shows you how dominant he has played this season.
First and 10. Purdy picked up about 7 down to the 23.
Being a 6'3", 337-pound guy after a full sauna session and no lunch, those sacks might not show up as well, but he should still be a very high draft pick because he owns the middle of that line.
Little blitz coming by the Wolverines, trying to get to Purdy. He outruns it, and a drop pass.
They're going to need him here on this 3rd and 3 to potentially make a play for him if they don't run the football.
Purdy going to pick up the first down and then some. Slides in at the 14-yard line. Took a late hit, and he's holding his lower leg. It was a rather awkward
Official
looking
time.
slide.
Injured player. Offense.
Trevor Purdy has 5 carries for 39 yards, so Smothers has to come in and know that his legs have to be an asset.
Irvin in the backfield. It's going to be Smothers, though, using said legs as an asset here, or any kind of score would be really helpful. On the slant, incomplete, took a hit as he tried to deliver it. Smothers got rocked by Mason Graham right there. Number 55 of Anaheim, California. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, you're going to see him right there in the middle of your screen doing some swim moves and decides to hit the quarterback. If you're Logan Smothers, your clock has to go off a little bit faster there. That's a downfall.
The run on the field. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, the Michigan defense was running the football back to no avail. Gabe Irvin in the backfield. And there's a look at number 90, Mike Morris, one of the best pass rushers for Michigan. 3rd and 7. Morris standing up. They run a stunt to fumble. And Nebraska on the errant snap recovers the football, but they're going to lose an opportunity.
Any points were great for Nebraska on this drive.
Timmy Blueblade. They get on the scoreboard to make it 14-3 from 37 yards out. Heading back for this kick from the 10. Turn the corner a little bit, pushed out of bounds around the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Wolverines offense and J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, the least of their concerns right now is who's going to be calling the plays. Right. Just making sure Mark Whipple is okay. They can figure everything else out after that.
A very successful coach. Been in a ton of different places. And this is Corum again eating up ground. On 1st and 10, it's C.J. Stokes. Picked up a yard on the play. And, you know, when those Nebraska offensive players look over on the sidelines, you know, they can take stock in the fact that, hey, when coach talks about toughness, they can say that he really means it. Loveland in motion, now sets to the left of McCarthy. Got a one-on-one down the sideline, incomplete. Bell defended well by Hartzog. He's our leading receiver. 3rd and 10 as a result. McCarthy complete underneath. And that's going to be a 1st down catch and run by Roman Wilson. One of the fastest receivers on the offensive side of the ball.
And ran through a little arm tackle there as well. So he might be slight in his build, but he's making plays out there.
Showing a little toughness and a nice run by Corum. Nelson makes the tackle. Because of their travels during the summertime. We'll tell you more about that during the second half. Corum brought down by Reimer. Picked up about 4 on the play.
We'll talk about it right after this play, 3rd and 2, and they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he usually is very dependable. Not sure he's going to make it that time. Sets up a 4th and short.
Give him the football. If anything, like I said before, give J.J. an opportunity to make a read. And if he has to pull it on his own read, he can.
You got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Nebraska.
Timeout, Nebraska.
OC's likes to be up top. Corum is going to pick up the 1st down. Ran through a couple of arm tackles. So Michigan will hold on to the football and going quickly here from the 30. 1st and 10, 29 seconds to go. Corum over the left side. Down to the 23. Nice game. Michigan with its full complement of 3 timeouts remaining.
Legal substitution. Defense. More than 11 players on the field. Penalties decline. 2nd down.
So, you know, we're talking about Mark Whipple and what he's going through. Like, when you talk about your players and you teach them toughness and you say, hey, you got to work through adverse situations. What more is than an offensive coordinator being able to do that, getting back on the headsets when he can barely stand up on his own?
He's going to have to wait, though, to call plays. Incomplete in the end zone. Intended for Roman Wilson, who made that nice catch over the middle a few plays ago.
We got to get guys to back up off us. They can't just load the box and not think that we can push the ball down the field. They're trying to do this now and get on the same page for when they play Ohio State.
3rd and 4. On the slant, complete. Down to the 11-yard line. Cornelius Johnson moves the chains. 5 seconds to go. Clock management paramount here for Coach Harbaugh and the Wolverines.
Timeout, Michigan. They're 1st of the half. Be a 30-second charge. Timeout.
Well within his range. This one's going to come from 30 yards away, straight on. Moody, Pure, to make it a 14-point lead for Michigan. They were impressive in that Colorado State win in week 1 here. Out of the back of the end zone, it'll be 1st and 10 for Nebraska.
Just focus on the day by day. I think he's done a phenomenal job getting these guys to play harder, tackle better, and not quit.
Yeah.
And going down into the half, down 14 against Michigan, I'm not saying they would have signed up for it, but at least they have a chance to win this football game in the second half.
Heading out of the end zone.
The only completion of over 30 yards they've had today on either side was from Chubba Purdy. Both teams need to increase that to have this game either be more exciting and also to help them win.
Oh, there's Mr. McVickham's Blake Corum. Tough running between the tackles, man. Picks up 8 yards. Imperious runner.
I mean, look at those bad boys right there. I can't even circle right. Those McVickams are so big. Holy cow.
Like a snicker. For just underway here in the 3rd. He'll get another opportunity into the boundary. Nowhere to go. Swarmed.
But this defensive line for Nebraska has actually played well. They're just dying slowly, it feels like. 4, 5, 6-yard gains. They got to start getting some negative runs from Blake Corum in this Michigan offensive line, which they don't give up very many.
They're going to give it to him again and pick up the 1st down and then some. Let's go down to Quint.
Wide receivers coach will be calling the offensive plays for Nebraska in the second half.
It'll be interesting to watch that.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I said, Coach, you don't have the laminated play sheet. He looked at me and goes, I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. I can call this thing in my sleep. So he's excited, and we wish the best for Coach Whipple. I will work hard to get a follow-up on his status.
All right, great job from the sidelines there, Q. And
hey,
Coach Joseph, since he was 5, huh?
Since he was 5?
Hey, the play call sheet is up between his ears right now.
Must have been calling plays on Madden if he was calling them at 5.
Yeah. And Will Anthony in motion. Sets the top of your screen. Nice jump stop. Change of direction. And made it into Nebraska territory of the 47. Robinson with the tackle. Boy, made some lemonade out of seemingly lemons there.
Yeah, just when you're in Nebraska and you feel like, ooh, we got him, we figured it out. Jump cut, goes back the other way. This is his 7th straight 100-yard game this season. He's got 11 in his career. The guy is just eating up yards.
And picks up another 1st down right there. They talk about his great leadership. He was a mid-year enrollee. 1st down and 10. Stokes. And Q has more on Blake Corum.
He's a warrior, but I tell you, he's got a big heart. I witnessed 2 hours before this game started in the tunnel. I got chills. It's one of the coolest things I've seen all season.
Man, it's great, Q, when you have football players that have a panoramic view of the world. That pass incomplete, intended for Ronnie Bell, so it'll be 3rd down. They motion out of that bunch formation. McCarthy going to use his legs to get out of the pocket. And a great open field tackle by Hausman.
And that's why I wish they would have ran the football with Blake Corum.
There you go.
On 3rd and 5, they get the negative play, primarily because of a coverage sack is what it looked like to me. But those negative plays add up, and now they're going to get a chance to get the ball back, still only down 14 points.
Nose of the football down for punter Brad Robbins. 1st down and 10. Mickey Joseph said that he would be calling plays. That's what he told our Quint Kessenich a moment ago, which includes this handoff to Anthony Grant. Anthony Grant, the Florida State transfer, played 3rd down every game as a freshman. If you're just joining us, Purdy was injured in the 2nd quarter. Been Smothers ever since. Hands it off to Grant again. Picked up about 3.
Showing him how to Dougie, whatever
Yes.
you want to say. I like to say I'm Dugging it. He's playing his tail off there for TCU.
Pass complete. Grant, boy, nice move to pick up the 1st down.
to me, with Bijan Robinson.
Right.
Being able to catch the ball out of the backfield, run the ball. But for TCU, they are the team of destiny, it feels like, this year.
Yeah.
They're in Austin. Max Duggan's got to play well. But Kendre Miller, the running back, number 33, he is the key for the TCU Horned Frogs to go into Austin and come away with a win.
It's going to be Grant again, this time stopped up right near the line of scrimmage.
I feel like it's a little personal for him. They kind of got him out of there after being there for so many years. And the grass is certainly greener for TCU right now with him gone.
Low snap. Grant. And they'll pick up about 2. They say the ball came out. They're calling fumble or not, maybe. 7:06 to go, 3rd and 8. Third quarter, invariably a strong and prolific third period for the Wolverines. Michael Barrett, for one, number 23 on defense for Michigan, had a couple of picks last week against Rutgers in that win.
And it's moments like this when Mike Morris, pass rusher for Michigan, shows up.
Incomplete at the 25. Will Johnson immediately made a hit on Brown. And the defense will get off the field. And had a bunch of interceptions leading up to that game in practice. 4th down. And they come after Buschini a little bit. Fair catch made at about the 35. It'll be 1st and 10.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
It seems to be a focus of all the maize and blue and the coaches as well. And one guy that's going to be a big part of that is number 7, Donovan Edwards. And if you've noticed, we haven't said his name very much throughout the broadcast. It's because he's a little banged up. They're not using him as much today as they will in the future.
Well, right now, they're ride or die with Corum.
But they just got to focus on winning and beating the teams that are in front of them, not focus on one particular game.
Corum staying on his feet, patiently weaving in and out of traffic.
You got a one-loss North Carolina team that doesn't get any type of numbers added into those calculations.
Okay.
And for me, it's like we're calling a game between 2 of the biggest brands in all of college football, but that shouldn't exclude other brands from being able to get into those games.
Five and a half minutes to go, and a handoff to Dunlap. And Dunlap stopped up about 2 yards shy of the 1st down.
You should be able to freely think about this and see what you see on the field and have that apply to the college football playoff as opposed to picking favorites to get in. This Michigan team is playing their tail off right now. That game between them and Ohio State down the stretch will determine which one gets in.
McCarthy going to hand it off. And they'll move the chains again.
Jared Nelson on the stop.
1st down and 10 for Michigan. C.J. Stokes in the backfield. That's Bell in motion to the bottom of your screen. McCarthy finally unloads. It's caught by Bell. Let's see where they spot it. About a yard short of the 1st down. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. Love McCarthy's ability, Robert, to move.
Yes, the creativity here. Nebraska's been sticky on all their concepts all day. Right there, he gets it to the junkyard dog, Ronnie Bell, who goes down and makes the catch for him. We need to see more of the receivers making plays for the quarterback just like that.
Sets up a 2nd and 1. Out of the eye, C.J. Stokes from Columbia, South Carolina. 5'10" freshman. Picked up 3 on the play. They give it to him. Chance to put a little money on tape and picks up a few yards. Got about 4.
And like I said, for this Nebraska defense, it's not that they're not good. And they're holding them to 3-4 yard runs, but those 3 and 4 yard runs equal 1st downs. They got to find a way to get negative plays right now.
Corum in the ball game and takes the handoff. Boy, look at him move the pile. Robert, you hear that adage all the time in football, low man's wins.
And he looks, that's prime NFL type of body for a running back. He's got 152 yards, averaging 5.6 yards a carry and a touchdown. I mean, Nebraska's only got 117 total yards today.
He gets the call again, stays on his feet, carrying guys for another first down. Blake Corum adding to his total.
Here it is. Watch him. He's going to go through, ride the waves, breaks an arm tackle right there. Like, get off me, man. You can't fake the funk with Blake Corum. He's going out there. He's just piecing it together. Look, 38 rushes today versus 16 passes, 54 total plays.
Yeah, he's got 161, Robert, on the ground.
Nebraska wish they had a Blake Corum, don't they?
No doubt. First and goal. McCarthy, predetermined quarterback run. Touchdown, Michigan. The numbers say it all. 10 plays, 65 yards. About 6 minutes on the clock. And the number 3 team in the college football playoff standings. I guess the verdict is in on whether Michigan is going to suffer from looking ahead too much. They've kept their foot on the gas so far this afternoon and now into the evening. Hill on the return. But
no, Adesanya is a striker. But he's got a massive test in front of him with Pereira, who actually knocked him out way back in the day.
It was a while ago, right? And so when you don't pick up the phone when I call you, you're getting ready for your buy the fight for me. You watch it somewhere?
I'm buying that fight. They can throw him the money.
On the run, this is Ramir Johnson. And Johnson out to the 30-yard line with 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Michigan pointed in the right direction with 15 minutes to go.
Was that guy just yelling without saying anything? Just opened his mouth? I don't know. That was weird.
3rd and 5. And the offense speaking to the tune of a first down. Marcus Washington with a nice catch there. With 7 total first downs. Fumbled snap. And a malfunction at the junction that time for Nebraska. Johnson pounces on the loose ball, but they'll lose a couple of yards. 2nd down coming up. They run a little draw play. Johnson. Nice gain out to the 41-yard line, 8-yard gain. Joseph, if you're just joining us, is the first black head coach in any sport at Nebraska. Talk to us about the responsibility that carries. A pass incomplete, almost picked off at the 45, intended for Palmer. Rod Moore almost had himself an interception for Michigan. Yeah.
But he understands,
can relate to that.
How him being the first black coach at Nebraska in any sport kind of gives a vision and confidence to all young African-American coaches, especially in Nebraska, that it's possible. They can go out there and they can rise the ranks.
Like that Drake song, no friends in the industry. Relies on family. 1st and 10. Nice run by Stokes. And Stokes out to the 43. Nice cutback. And comes up limping.
Trying to show you that he can be a McThickums Jr. Watch him ride the wave, get to the open field, make a move. Just great vision there, using his blocks, letting them set up, not being too quick to the point of attack, and then finishing with authority.
Wow, quarterback under the center, and a good play by Colton Feast, eating up that running back gash and making a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Mark, I've been saying it the entire game. This defensive line for Nebraska has to find a way to get negative plays in the running game. Take them from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 13, just like that, instead of giving them constant 2nd and 6s and 2nd and 5s. This is big down for them right here to try to get off the field. The game's not over. They're down by 3 scores, but there's still 12 minutes left. You know this Nebraska team's going to fight to the end.
In tough against one of the top running teams in the country. McCarthy hands it off. Stokes again. They crease that front. And another first down for the Wolverines. This time, C.J. Stokes. Look at those rush yards in the second half piling up in the Wolverines' favor. Keep it on the ground again. Stokes again. Patiently weaving his way around his blockers, behind his blockers, disemboweling that defensive front again to the tune of 14. Gash comes in the ball game now. Michigan with 236 yards on the ground to just 67. And they dial up another running play. Gash with a nice gain of about 4. Let's go down to Quint for more on the O-line.
Like a herd of elephants with good feet, that outside zone play, they're all in unison, and all these big old linemen just lean on you and get the pile moving. This is a group last year that won the Joe Moore Award. That's the outstanding offensive line in college football. Their strength coach, Ben Herbert, went to work. Many of them have changed their bodies, their body composition, that is, more muscle, less fat. A little sleeker, a little faster, and then you add a transfer center for Virginia, and that's the strength of this offense, the offensive line.
When we saw the video from this past summer, you could see the changes in their bodies. McCarthy on the move. Hits his target. Bell still on his feet. Bell inside the 10. Lost the ball. Still not recovered. Loose. Waiting for a call. The whistle goes. Bell lost the ball going into the end zone. It did not appear as if he had crossed the line yet. And now they say touchdown, Michigan. Back for the extra point. The call on the field stands, and Michigan goes up 31-3. From the 2-yard line, Tommy Hill. And he got rocked right at around the 20. And their prospects of bowl season perilous right now. Tenuous at best. Smothers complete at the 26 to Trey Palmer.
You know, I was wondering when we were going to call Trey Palmer's name again. He is their most dynamic offensive player, but because of the rotating musical chairs at quarterback, he just hasn't been able to get going over the past couple weeks.
He's been targeted 9 times for a total of 15 yards. Graham with the tackle on Anthony Grant. Patriarch of sorts for him and so many others on that team.
Yeah, now they're sitting here in 3rd and 1, and Michigan is saying, we're going to load the box, we're going to play man-to-man coverage on the outside and dare the quarterback to beat us with his arm.
On 3rd and 1. Boy, it's going to be close. Anthony Grant. 4th and 1. Nebraska going to go for it. Grant in the backfield. Smothers keeps it. And looks like he got enough for the first down. 7:46 to go. Michigan on track to pass this test this afternoon, and everybody's got that game in 2 weeks circled, Robert.
Yeah, they really do. But, you know, Michigan's got to take care of business. Obviously, the rest of this game, which looks like they are, and the next week before they get to that game, because in the Big Ten, as the coaches told us, if you look past one team, you can get snake bit. Yeah. They don't want that to happen.
Smothers smothered and sacked by Mason Graham. Out of the backfield complete, but down immediately to Trey Palmer.
These guys, they're not defeated, but they are demoralized, and they have to find a way to get that spark back for the rest of the season.
Smothers steps up and brought down. As he stepped up, he'll gain about 2 yards.
Mike Morris popped up to his feet and jogged off under his own power, to the joy of these Michigan fans, because they know he's their most impactful defensive lineman with 7.5 sacks this season. He is also the younger brother of Michigan GA Mimi Bolden Morris.
5:52 to go. And Davis Warren in at quarterback now, hands it off to C.J. Stokes, who picks up another first down. Q, tell us more about the family.
Yeah, Mimi played basketball at Boston College. She got a master's at Georgetown where she averaged 12.5 points, but she loves football, and she is a GA for the quarterbacks, working under Matt Weiss, a lot of film study, a lot of support. Coach Jim Harbaugh said she's smart, she's a great learner, she's a worker. I've seen her throw. She's got an amazing arm, and she understands the competitive mindset. I guarantee a decade from now, we're going to be reading and hearing about her as a head coach.
And they move the chains, or close to it again. Tyler Morris with a catch. So they burned the sugarcane fields down there in Central Florida around Belgrade.
All right.
And, you know, a lot of times, a lot of great athletes have come out of there, football players. They chase the rabbits that come out of there.
Oh, okay.
And chasing the rabbits is akin to wonderful speed and cross training. So that's how they develop a lot of their skills.
Ain't nothing like developing speed and agility when you can't catch a rabbit.
There you go. Javier Dunlap in the backfield on the carry. Met by a gang of tacklers, gain of a few on the play. Hey, come on, man. You know, Belglade, box Chevy on the car phone, right?
We might be pushing over some cows every now and then.
That's how we get the speed.
Rabbits,
Leon Franklin in the ball game at tailback. 3.5 minutes to go. Davis Warren on the move. Yeah, nice grab by Loveland. A lovely grab inside the 30 and the run afterwards.
You know, walk-on quarterback in the spring, made some splash plays. Coaches said, hey, he earned the right to be the true backup, and now you see him out there playing his tail off.
Running straight ahead, that's Leon Franklin. Here's what it looked like on that last play by Loveland. Yet there's someone blew a tire out there.
Yeah, look, we got a shoe right here. My man got a black sock on right here. Oh my gosh,
on,
he almost looks like the guy that got hit earlier in the game trying to hurdle the guy, just on his back, not knowing what to do next.
Tie that thing up tight.
At least he got his shoe back on.
I talked about Loveland. With a name like that, you can get a NIL.
I mean, he even had the pants tucked into the shoe right there. He just swag his all off.
2nd and 7 into the boundary. This is Gash again. You know, I'm just disappointed we didn't get a chance to see maybe the king of NILs play, DeColdis Crawford.
Oh,
deep, Crawford.
Wide
young
receiver,
player for Nebraska.
Great NIL deal.
Yes.
There in the offseason. Unfortunately, he was injured, and he'll be back for Nebraska in the future. When you think about Nebraska's future, just there's so much of what could have been. They're on their 3rd quarterback today. Max Duggan, who was the quarterback at TCU, was actually committed and thinking about coming to Nebraska and ultimately decided to go to TCU, and now he's balling out for the Horned Frogs. Nebraska's got to find their quarterback. Obviously, they're going to have to find whoever their coach is going to be.
That's first, yeah. You can catch lightning in a bottle sooner rather than later. 1:21 to go. 4th and 5 coming up. And his field goal attempt coming from the 33-yard line. Moody missed a couple last week, albeit they were from distance, over 50 yards. Made one earlier from 30. This one's coming from 43. And he'll take the free one.
Timeout. Michigan. Their final charge, timeout of the half.
This field goal is good. And I only wonder what that looks like against Ohio State in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, for Michigan, listen, they're top 5 in scoring, but they are not built to look sexy. They're built to win.
Don't feed the squirrels around Ann Arbor. They got enough. Cornhuskers going to keep it on the ground here, and it was an unremitting task taking on the #3 team in the country in Michigan. Devoid of your starting quarterback Casey Thompson. Purdy got hurt. Smothers came in, battled, but not enough against Jim Harbaugh.